I've sent over 100,000 e-commerce emails across hundreds of brands, some doing 70K a month, some doing 8 figures a month. And after all that, I kept on seeing the same thing over and over and over again. The brands doing 30 to 40% of their total revenue from email aren't doing anything fancy. They're just thinking about email in a completely different way. You see, the average e-commerce founder treats email like a promo blaster. You get 100,000 customers, you blast out 30% off discount codes, hoping that those customers will come back and use those codes. When in reality, their list will keep on shrinking, open rates will keep on dropping, and you won't make anything. And as a result, they'll end up abandoning the channel entirely. If you're doing under 20% of total revenue from email, this video will show you the structural shifts that get you into healthy, predictable numbers that will make you want to do emails every single day. Let's break it down. So first things first, email is your most valuable asset. Stop thinking of email as another channel. It's an asset, and it's probably the most valuable one you have. Brands are treating email like a normal channel next to Meta and TikTok or Google, but here's the difference. You don't own any of that shit except for your emails. You don't own your followers, you don't own your pixel, you don't own nothing. Even your ad account, unfortunately, you could lose. Email is the only thing that you actually own. Algorithms will change, ad costs will spike, accounts get banned. Your list will always remain your list. With my own eyes, I saw one of our clients lose their ad account that was 3 years old and had spent millions and millions of dollars on a random Friday with no warning, mind you, and they were still able to clear close to $500,000 within that month purely in profit. And that was all done through their email system because they were building it the right way. And with paid ads, you're paying for every customer. Your CAC keeps going up, margins keep getting squeezed, and at the end of the day, it'll never compare to emails. Email, on the other hand, you're marketing to people who already know you, already bought from you, already trust you. The cost to send an email is basically nothing. The cost to acquire a single customer from your ad will range anywhere from 10, 20, 30, 40 plus dollars. So email revenue is the highest margin revenue you'll ever generate. That's a fact. That's 20 to 30% of your revenue with zero acquisition cost, pure profit. Now, you need to understand the next part, or you'll never make any money from your list at all. Relationships beat transactions every single time. The default approach to email is purely transactional. Sale here, discount here, order update here, buy now everywhere. That's how you train your customers to only buy on discounts. The brands doing 40% from email treat their lists like insiders, not targets. They actually like them. It's not like that random weird friend that you don't want to hang out with all the time. This is your best friend. Your emails are your best friend. Your customers on that email list are your best friends. So sending random promotional emails will not be enough. Could you imagine if you had to buy your friend every single day for him to hang out with you? Hey man, let's go get some lunch. Here's $50. Please say yes. You're not gonna do that shit. You're going to do it in the easiest way possible, and you're actually going to make it fun for them to open your emails, for them to hang out with you, if you get what I mean. And if you don't get what I mean, then you want to continue listening, because I'm about to break down literally how to do it step by step. Now, it's very important for you to understand flows will always beat blasting. Blasting your whole email list still works, but only if you're blasting to an active list with something worth reading. With AI now, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, everyone's sending more emails than ever because it's so easy. You don't need to think. You can just write a single line to ChatGPT and it'll make it. But most of it is fluff, generic, forgettable, and more importantly, it's very empty. The brands doing the best are sending meaningful messages to engage subscribers. You should have your core flows set up. It goes welcome series, cart abandonment, browse abandonment, post-purchase upsell, your win-back flow. That's the basics. You can even Google that. Most brands just have these basic flows, and some of them don't even have it done the right way. Now, beyond that, the real gains come from testing. A/B test examples. If you're that brand that's still stuck sending that 10% off on their pop-up and offering them as a welcome offer, it's been 20 years since that has been out. You need to get something new. And that's exactly what we did with this brand. They were running the same old generic 10% off on the front end for the last 5 years. So we said, okay, cool. You're getting like a 4% opt-in rate, which is terrible. Let's go ahead and split test it with your front end offer. So making no change, no extra incentive. And we just offer them their buy two, get one free, which once again, they're already getting. And guess what? We ended up getting a 15% opt-in rate. So that means we got close to 5 times the amount of people opting in just from changing a few lines on the sign up form. And that's what I mean. If you're not testing, you're not going to be thriving in this upcoming year because once again, customer psychology moves extremely quickly. And if you don't move quick, guess what? Your competitors users will. And after we tested that, it made everything so clear. We went in, changed up all the flows, split tested them. Guess what? Front end offer always beat that 10% off, even 15% off, even 20% off. So right then and there, the brand thought, wait, I thought we were supposed to only be giving out discounts in email. When in reality, your customers don't give a shit about discounts, but they do care about you. So make sure that you're giving them something that they will actually care for. As always, your flows should be running 24/7. But if you're not testing, you're missing out on a ton of untapped revenue. Which leads me to why systems will always beat guru marketing tactics. One of the biggest problems I see most people are looking for tactics, like best subject lines or best send times or best emoji. It's all bullshit. It's really unnecessary clutter, and it's not going to get you anywhere. Those things matter a little at the margin, but they're not why brands win or lose with email. What actually matters is having a system, and a huge part of that is segmentation. Sending the same email to your entire list is lazy, and it kills your deliverability over time. We all know that. So hitting people who haven't opened in 6 months alongside people that have literally bought yesterday, what do you think's going to happen? Gmail and email providers that see low engagement, they think that your emails are spam, and that's exactly where we're going to go. Either the promotion tab or the spam folder. If a subscriber does not engage with your emails, it is a fact. It will go to their promotions, and sometimes if they even report it, it'll go straight to your spam and bye-bye delivery. And now, as a byproduct, you end up punishing your best buyers because of people who don't care about your brand anymore. This is the death of brands. At minimum, you need these segments: an active 30-day engaged list, an active 14-day, an active 60-day, an active 90-day. In the eyes of Google, anyone that opens within these timeframes are still interested in your brand. Email providers keep pushing your email to their inbox because engagement is there. That's for your active 14, 7, 30 days. Anything past that, your active 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, you're not sending to these segments expecting direct sales. Yeah, you'll get them, but what you're doing is you're moving them back into your active 30-day list, which will then get them more engaged with your brand and then result in a direct sale. Then you got your VIP top spender segments, people that have purchased from you 3 times plus over the past 130 days, very specific. Then you have your long time versus new customers. The same email to VIPs should sound different than to someone who hasn't bought in over a year. But segmentation is just one piece of a very large pie. A proper system means you got flows handling 30 to 50% of email revenue on autopilot. A campaign calendar, so you're never scrambling to know, hey, what's going on? We try to send at least at minimum 15 campaigns per month. For you, it could be 5, for you, it could be 10, but start with the number and stick to that cadence. A testing framework, so you're always improving and know exactly what's being done and what isn't. And finally, clean list with solid deliverability. When email becomes a system, you'll see consistent, predictable revenue every month, regardless of what's happening with ads or algorithm. Now, to me, these are the most important things that you need to get done. But after you have all the solids and the foundations done perfectly, you add a little bit of flavor, add a little bit of salt, which are product drops, and drops protect your margins. Now, let me show you the strategy that made over $1 million in a single day for one of our clients. Actually, 3 of our clients. Most brands use email to sell the same product over and over again. Discount, sale, new offer, repeat. We went over that. But there's only so many ways you can pitch the same stuff before your list gets tired and bored, and every discount trains them to wait for the next sale. Think about a brand like BMW or Mercedes. Imagine if they only had a single car that they ever made in a single color in a single spec. Customers would probably stop buying it after year 2 because they got bored of it, when there are other competitors giving them far better products. People always want something new, something improved. That's how real brands operate. The moment you're stuck selling the same product forever is the moment your brand isn't really a brand. It's just a dropshipping store. Product drops flip the whole script. You're not just selling, you're creating an event. Limited release, limited quantities, limited time, or all 3 together. Then you got customers that are like waiting, refreshing, adding it to their calendar just so they could buy your product. Would you not love to have a customer like that? They're waiting just to buy at full price. They don't care about any discounts because they don't want to miss out. Fashion brands have done this for years, but really it works for any niche. We've done it for wallet brands. We've done it for beauty brands. We've done it for even a printer brand. Now I'm going to get up close for this one because I'm going to tell you exactly exactly how we do it step by step, and it's not rocket science. First, you have teaser emails before the drop to build anticipation. Real scarcity, don't fake it. Actually tell them how many days are left before the launch happens. Then the launch email goes out. The second products go live, follow-up reminders reminding that it's not going to be in stock forever, whether it's that very same day or the day after. The timeline you can make up at your own discretion, but it needs to follow this format. Now, email lists get early or exclusive access. Drops protect your margins because you're not discounting, you're creating urgency. So now when you have a teaser of 3-4 emails and then a launch email on a Friday and then follow-ups on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, guess what you're doing? You're orchestrating that entire launch just for customers to feel FOMO, which is one of the craziest fears for you to be pulling on, the fear of missing out. And you do not want your customers to miss out, because guess what? A couple weeks later, what are you going to do? Restock it. And that's the art of this. That's how you get your active list to go from 100 to 1,000 to 5,000 people to 10,000 people, because now you're offering them something that no other brand is. Your competitors aren't. If you sell a microphone right here, maybe these pom-poms right here, and there's 5 other companies that are selling these exact same pom-poms. If you came to market with a pink version of this pom-pom, guess what? Your customers will realize, hey, these guys have something those guys don't. Let me go ahead and take a look at this. And as a byproduct, even though I'm a customer and I am subscribed to both lists, I'm going to care more about this brand's emails because they have pink pom-poms. You see, most brands are ultimately focused on the wrong things when it comes to email. They're testing subject lines and send times when their flows aren't even set up correctly. You can do all of this stuff by yourself, by the way, but it takes time. And if you do it in the wrong order, you'll burn your list before you get any results, and you'll be back thinking, hey, does email even work? When there's 8-figure, 9-figure, even 10-figure brands that are using it every day. Trust me, we do close to 20 audits per month, completely free, by the way. So side note, if you have a brand doing 100K per month or more and you want me to take a deeper look, no strings attached, it takes literally 15 minutes and I'll point out exactly which things you're doing wrong on a screen share. You can take that back to your in-house team or your current agency, and it doesn't matter to me. The link's in the description, but by any means, if you're not focusing on emails the way that I'm talking about it, then you're fundamentally in the wrong place right now. And in 2026, there's brands that are going to be growing their list day after day, month over month, while you will keep on thinking that emails don't work, or you have some sort of crazy business that emails will never work for. Anyways, links in the description. If you want more content like this, that's sharing the wisdom that I have learned through my agency and after scaling hundreds of brands and generating over $175 million for e-commerce brands just through email and SMS alone, drop a comment, let me know. I'd love to drop some more videos.